Hey guys, EzraTime here, and yeah, today is gonna be like a movie review video that I announced like on the last video that I try to do something else for the channel. I'm not going to do like reaction video the entire time, and I thought that well, I like movies and anime, right? So I decided to do some review on them and some thoughts on certain characters and all that kind of stuff because to me that feels fun for me because again I've been doing reaction video for the entire time, so hope you guys understand that. But yeah, so my plan, obviously, I try to talk about a movie that actually fresh in my mind, on this night, and this night I just finished watching Seven again. Like this is not the first time I watched the movie. I watched this movie like way back in 2021, I think, when the Batman trailer was coming out, and I remember seeing my pet review saying that he compared the trailer to Seven and Zodiac, which is both movies was directed by obviously the legendary David Fincher, and I thought I decided to give my review on this one. I don't think I did a review on Seven. I think I talked about some of them in the Batman video maybe, but I thought it would be perfect to just do this as the first I don't know movie review that I did. Technically not not the first movie review that I did because I did several of them in the past, but this one I kind of want to focus on uh movie review, so yeah. So Seven is about two Detective Somerset and Detective Mills, played by Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt, obviously. Um, and in the movie, there is a killer. There is this mysterious killer that actually committing crime by by copying the seven deadly sins, and obviously Detective Somerset is been on the city. They don't exactly name the city. Some people might mistaken the city for New York, and some people make a theory that this city was actually Gotham City before Batman. I don't think that's the case. I mean, it's just like a city. It's an ambiguous city, where he was in this city for so long, and then he just want to leave it. He's sick of it. And obviously, Detective Mills or David Mills was new to the town. He was a rookie detective, and obviously the first case that he was signed on is this killer that actually and doing this wasn't doing but like killing people by using the seven deadly sins, and and immediately the movie really knows to set the tone since the beginning. I think the tone was obviously dark, and then every single time you see an exterior shot, it's always raining, and obviously the Batman obviously copied that, like every single time you see Gotham, it's always like not bright, obviously, and then most of the time it's always raining, and same thing with Seven, like most of the time in the city it's always raining every single time there is an exterior shot, and it was grim, it was like dark, and then it was just like, yeah, man, the movie sets the tone really well in the first 5 minutes, and obviously the opening title sequence, I think it was done by Kyle Cooper, I think, right? Was amazing. When I first had heard the intro song or like the opening credit scene, it was like, wow, like opening title, I was like, whoa, like what the hell? This is like a horror movie, and it is like a disturbing horror movie in some way, like a psychological thriller, obviously. Um, and yeah, I think it's safe to say that this movie is probably one of the greatest like psychological thriller movie or like the greatest detective movie, you could say that. And ever since that, obviously, this movie obviously inspired the Batman, so there's that. There's a big thing, and and obviously, we gotta give credit to the screenwriter as well. Obviously, Andrew Kevin Walker, and the backstory for him is that well, Andrew and Kevin Walker was like really struggling as a screenwriter at the time, and then he was living in New York. And because he was struggling at the time, that's why he wrote Seven. And obviously he's like not enjoying the war situation he had on New York City, that while he was still struggling. But if that doesn't happen, then Seven won't exist. Like he won't write Seven because Seven was written when he was in the worst time of his life. And look at this movie. This movie is amazing, and all that thanks to Andrew Cavan Walker for writing the movie, obviously, and I guess David Fincher as well. I mean, David Fincher is just an amazing director at this point. I mean, it's the second movie that he does. The first one is Alien 3, which is not that good, but honestly, for the second movie, it was amazing. um, and obviously Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. I like the chemistry together. I like their chemistry together. Like Brad Pitt played detective that obviously young and then rookie, and then just like completely, like can't control his emotion on certain things. And then Morgan Freeman played Detective Somerset, which obviously just, older and then more mature, I guess you could say that. And then obviously he knows to control his emotion. And then you can see with the way they handle the cases and the way they handle the situation. Obviously, Mills is very like aggressive, very just angry and all that kind of stuff. But Somerset was more calm and then more like researching stuff instead of just like paying attention to the crime scene, like the library scene. It was amazing, So yeah, it's an amazing movie. I guess the biggest twist for me, obviously, spoilers, spoilers, obviously, because this movie has been out for so long. So again, if you haven't watched the movie, then don't continue the video. Go stop it and watch the movie yourself because you don't want to be spoiled. This movie is amazing, so go give it a watch. It's a high recommendation. But yeah, for people who already watched the movie, here's the spoilers. The big twist in the end, it was like, John Doe, which is the killer played by Kevin Spacey, turned himself in, right? And at first I was like, oh, like who is this guy? Just came out of the taxi, right? And then apparently it was John Doe, and it was played by Kevin Spacey. And there is this tension in the end in the third act that there is still two more bodies that haven't been found. And I was like, when I first watching that, I was like wondering where's the two bodies, who is it, and I think I remember the guy is sitting in the office, not the captain but the other guy, I think he's a district attorney if I'm not mistaken, said that is a third eye, unidentified victim, so that kind of proved that, oh yeah, that John Doe actually killed another person out there, so. And obviously that sort of unidentified victim was obviously Tracy, which is Mill's wife, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that name. But yeah, Tracy, his wife. Obviously, that's that because I just pick up on that line like when I was rewatching the movie like recently, actually like a couple minutes ago, literally, and it was just like, oh, okay, like the attention of detail is amazing, and I, and then the movie kind of built the third act just like what's gonna happen, like what is John Doe is going to do. They're going to this this desert area, and I was like wondering where it's happening, and then obviously the tension was so high. But the way the movie handled things is very different because you thought that it is gonna be maybe some ambush, maybe some like gunfight or something like that, because like that's how a typical movie should end, wasn't should end, but that's how typical movie end, or like typical detective movie end these days, right? So that's what I was expecting when I first watched Seven, and I didn't expect that it was actually really different. That John Doe is planning this the whole time, and then the third victim was actually Tracy. And when Somerset is picking the box, and he said there is blood, and I was like, my mind was like, oh my god, is it something? And I was like, is it something? Is it someone's head? I literally think that when I first watched that, and John Doe just start talking about the Detective Mill's wife Tracy, and I was like, oh no, like it's her, isn't it? Like because there is some tension built in the previous scene in the movie where Tracy was like walking alone in the apartment. Like this is early on. I thought this is gonna get killed, and then I was like glad that she doesn't get killed in this movie. I was like super glad because he was having a baby, right? But then when John Doe said it or revealed that it was actually her head, obviously, I was like, fuck, like so fucked up. I didn't expect that at all. And then obviously Somerset just running, and then like put the gun down and all that kind of stuff, and then John Doe was Envy, obviously, and then some Detective Mills was Rat, and obviously John Doe wanted Mills to kill him in the end because well, he kills his wife, obviously. So like I don't think anybody can comfort somebody for losing a loved ones, obviously. And even Somerset realized that again, Morgan Freeman acting in this movie is just amazing, where he was like realizing that okay, Mills is broken. There is no way for me to convince him to put the gun away, But you can see he's still trying in the end, and it was just again just so bad, for Somerset, and then obviously for Mills as well, losing his wife, right? And then obviously the movie end with Mills shooting John Doe in the head, obviously. Like, actually shoot him a couple of times, and it was like, fuck, when that happened again. It's just like, it's just so unexpected because I was expecting a typical movie ending, and I get something really different, and it was amazing, in my opinion. And That's why this movie is just yeah, it's amazing. I would say I want to give this movie a 10 out of 10. I really want to, honestly. And I think this is like a definitive like detective movie, I would say. And obviously it inspires many probably some movies as well. Again, the Batman that like I mentioned before, but it probably inspires some other movies as well that I haven't realized that, because again, it's just so amazing. The tone and then the story, the character, the way the movie end, it was like really different than the like your typical detective movie, I guess. And it's just, yeah, caught me by surprise. So yeah, it's a really great movie, guys. And again, that's all for the review. Again, I'm really sorry. This is my most of I keep saying my first review. No, this is not my first review. But it not like my first movie review. But this is the first time I want to focusing more on movie reviews and anime review because I just think that's what's happening in my mind. I can't exactly do FNAF the entire time, so I hopefully you guys can understand that decision. I can support that eventually. So yeah, so that's it for the review, guys. Again, I know it's boring. All right, there is nothing much happening on my video. It's just like me talking, and then there's a poster, and then that's it. But yeah, hopefully you guys are, I don't know, enjoy it at least. I don't know. Either way, if you guys already watched Seven, then what do you guys think about this movie? Do you guys think this movie is amazing, all that kind of stuff? So let me know about that in the comment section below if you want to. And again, if you like if you enjoyed the video, then well, leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share the videos, usual stuff. And yeah, expect more movie reviews in the future. I don't know what is it gonna be because I don't exactly have schedule like what kind of movie that I want to review next. I just go with my mind. When the movie was so fresh in my mind, I do a movie review because I was planning to review an anime like today, but like my mind was actually on Seven, so I thought that well I probably should just review Seven, right? Because I want to do something that's fresh in my mind so I can have fun talking about it. So that's why. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Again, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, expect more of this in the future. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one then. Bye.